Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the week. We are in Satisfactory. We're going to pick up where we left off working on the next tier, or not the next tier, the next space elevator part, because we finished tier 9 and tier 9 is the last tier in the hub. So we have unlocked all the things that we can currently build and should be able to progress through the different parts to get things final. And I think it's time to move the space elevator because it is way back at the starter base for this particular playthrough, which is not at all Transformer themed. So I'm going to move it, I think, closer to Devastator. I think it might be a good place to put it. Plus, if we have to go back and forth, it's going to be a lot closer because right now it's on the other side of the map. There's a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out right now that came out yesterday. You can find that on Spotify and YouTube and your favorite podcasting app. It was an all-email episode. We talked about the Moo Bloom, the Rascal, Vultures, and the Crab. All of these were previous mobs that were voted on in Minecraft Live past, but they didn't make it. And so we had listener email about different ideas for those kind of things. It was kind of a fun themed episode, especially coming up to Minecraft Live, which is going to be on the 27th of September. I will be streaming that live here on Twitch, co-streaming with Pixel Rifts, just like we did on the West Hill tour. And that will be on Saturday afternoon for me. It'll be Saturday at some point. I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern for people, but you can check that out. The details are at thespawnchunks.com. We've got a link to the Minecraft Live article, as well as the trailer and the time for when that goes live. So just like on the tour, Pix and I will be co-streaming, so we'll combine our chat rooms and stuff. Now, that said, we did do a tour of West Hill. That's available to patrons. So if you are a patron of mine at patreon.com/JoelDuggan, then you get early access to the tour VOD, which is about 2.5 hours. And if you're a patron of the Spawn Chunks, then you'll get also access to the tour VOD on YouTube. Both perspectives. There is a unlisted video on the Spawn Chunks, and there's an unlisted video on my YouTube channel as well. Later on this week, it'll be available to everybody, but I'm just giving a nice tip of the hat to the people that support me here on Twitch, on Patreon, and giving you a heads up. Of course, speaking of support, it's September. So if you have taken advantage so far this month, thank you ever so much. We are close to 90 subs, which is the highest it's been in a while. I'm wondering if we could maybe even break 100. It's only the 16th of September, so it's only halfway through. It's 25% off for tier 1, and that goes for 1 month and 3 months, and then it's 30% off if you decide to sub for 6 months in a row. And all of that is the same cut for your favorite streamers. So if you're supporting your favorite streamers this month, know that you're saving, but they're getting the same amount of support that they normally would. So I appreciate it. I'm sure anybody else that you're supporting really appreciates it too. So let's just dive right in. So I took some time to go over the heavy modular frames, and it turns out we have everything we need with that. It's going well. And I did a little experiment that I'll show you. I was doing some math between streams, and it just seemed like the best place to do it because there was a lot of just looking at a spreadsheet and figuring things out in game. It looks like we're getting an incorrect readout on the machines. It looks like the machines are saying they're operating at 94% or 98%. But when I put a belt reader on the belt that we're expecting materials from, that's correct. So if we pop down here to that wet concrete that we were doing about a week ago, I guess I fixed it about a week ago. So we've got concrete coming in under the ground over here. Concrete's coming in. And it looks like it's going the other way, but that's because it's going so fast, but it's going that way. We have limestone coming in, concrete coming out. So this is ramping up because I just started the game, but once that hits max, it's going to bounce between 795 and 803. There should be 800 on that belt. So the fact that we get 803, I don't know how that's possible. But these are not showing that they're at 100%. They're showing that they're 93% efficient. So there's some sort of stall happening, or some sort of stall readout that's happening. And I've not been able to find the bug. I've not been able to figure out a solution for this. I really hope that Coffee Stain can fix it, because it's really problematic to come in here, think your machine is not performing, put one of these things down where it says that it is performing. Now watch this make a liar out of me and have it not be the correct amount. But, and all these are different. Some of them are like 94. Well, I say that now they're all going to be at 93 now that I've said it out loud on stream. Yeah, so it's weird that they're all at 93 because they're getting more than enough limestone and more than enough water. Like they are full. There's nothing at all keeping them from being 100%. Yeah, see? 807. That shouldn't be possible. So, unfortunately, when you want a game to give you the information to know whether you're doing things right, Satisfactory is not telling us correctly. So 799, 800, 798. It's physically reading the objects that are going through the laser, so that's why that's like that. So that is 99% or 99.9% or 100%, not 95, right? And this was 93 moments ago. So I just don't know. Either way, we are definitely making enough heavy modular frames because that is a thing. We go over here. I want to see if I can fix this output because this output is not very good looking. So this is our heavy modular frame floor. There's 8 machines. They're all making 2.813. So it's 22.5. And that's how much we're making. These are all at 100%, or they were when I checked yesterday. Now they're at 94. There has to be something with loading up the game. This was all operating at 100% yesterday. Like, there's no reason for this to be underperforming. There's no backup. There's nothing. So I just don't understand why one day it gives me one reading and the next day it gives me another. This is backed up, but this is the overflow here. This is constantly flowing. So that actually goes out over here. You can see them going. And then they go down the wall here. There's a little display out front. Some people that have been here a while might remember. So there's a display showing modular frames, heavy modular frames, and I believe this is the fused modular frames. I don't know why I have that sideways, but these are going into fused modular frames. And I don't think we have an overflow for fused modular frames. I think we're only making what we need. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like we're only making 3 per minute. Where's the output? There's the output. They're being sent along here. Overflow is being sent over this way. Right. So the overflow is being sent back. So this is backed up. But backed up in a good way, as in we know we have enough machines or parts for space elevator part, which is the thermal propulsion rocket. But again, everything here except for turbo motors. Turbo motors seems to be not doing well. I don't know where the thermal propulsion rockets are going. That's them there. They're going down here. Merge, is that just a merger? That's a merger. So heat sinks, thermal propulsion rockets, and yep, those popping out to second tier. Overflow currently upstairs. Just another merger. So that's overflowing onto main bus. Okay. That's currently all being sunk, and I think I'm supposed to be putting thermal propulsion rockets into the space elevator. So we should maybe look at that. So what I'm thinking for the space elevator is putting it out there. Don't know how much room we have, but I think it would look cool. It would also maybe look cool over there, but it's easy to move if I want to. I won't decorate it until I'm happy with where it is. But if we look at the map, like we've got stuff out to here. We should be able to put it kind of like in this space out there. First, we got to go see if it's hooked up to anything important. I don't think it is. Thanks for the links in chat, Sandy. Appreciate it. How's the doggo? I've been bitten by social media puppy bugs and really want to get a dog. I always have wanted to, but been reinforced lately. Do I want to drive? I guess I want to drive. Let's take the red one. I'm going to destroy a lot of this stuff too. All old designs that no longer work. So surprised we're still getting such crazy frame hitches from Satisfactory. Driving has just never been smooth in the game. For me, anyway. Oh, I tried. Seriously? know I fit. I guess it's my hover pack that's getting powered up from the power poles, because it's not the buggy. The buggy uses gas. Case in point, out of gas. Doggo was growing, had his first birthday last month. Wow. So there's the space elevator in the distance. I think maybe we'll make it purple or something. We might make 2 trips out here. One, I want to kind of measure what the space elevator needs for space. I think it's 11 by 11 platforms. So we don't come out here very often because this is the old starter factory that's, of course, since been overgrown because of the new updates where they updated the trees and everything. So it's just an eyesore now, and it doesn't function. It is still turned on, but it doesn't really do anything. So there are a lot of resources here we could reallocate to different things. Nuclear pasta. Biochemical sculptor. Oh, we're farther along than I thought. AI expansion server, ballistic warp drive. We are much farther along than I thought. We are on project assembly launch. I did not realize. I thought we were here with assembly director systems, but we're not. We're on nuclear pasta, biochemical sculptor. Huh. Well, I know we can't really do much of that. I'm sure there's a lot of biochemical sculptor. I'm curious about that. Assembly director systems. So yeah, we've got a bottleneck there for computers and crystal oscillators. That we're doing water. So that's actually not too bad. Like that's not, there's some legwork, but it's not overly complicated. This is actually something we can do now. We have the capability of putting these things together right now. We're making both of those parts, and we've got copper for that kind of stuff too, I think. And then that helps with the singularity cell. So really that's quite doable. That might be the next thing we do, is the nuclear pasta. Oh wow. Okay. That we can do. This we cannot do. So plastic and supercomputers are the problem. Yeah, you know, like none of this is overly complicated anymore. I feel like tier 9 was more complicated than this last part. This is probably the one that's going to be... No, you know what? Well, this will be last, obviously, because we need a couple of the previous things in order to do this. But like, we have the capability to do all this. Right now, our bottleneck is that we're not making enough plastic and computers. So we can't make enough supercomputers. And we need that for assembly director systems. And we need that for... Not that. We need it for the other one too. And we've got dark matter residue. We have to put that somewhere as well. Cool. So what's the minimum platform size here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I was wrong. I thought it was 11. Maybe we'll do like a 9 by 9. I guess I could have destroyed it while I was here, but I think I'd rather make sure I can move it first. Although now that I know what we have to do, I don't know that I really need to move it. They have somehow made the buggies less fun. I'm not sure whether it's the noise that they make now, whether they're slower, but they just, for whatever reason, they're just not my jam anymore. It's like they never get to top speed, you know? I don't even think these wires are hooked up to anything anymore. Yeah, like you're cruising around and it feels like you're in the first gear. Or it sounds like you're in first gear, maybe. Oh, that's not the top part. It's over here. Should have known with the older ramp. They made the buggy less vroom vroom? Yeah, definitely. It starts off okay. I'm really sorry, folks. I'm not sure what's going on with my frames today. I might have to close the Satisfactory modeler. That might be something that's causing a problem. I guess I'd want to make sure I'm on the right grid. Feel like this is on the right grid? Well, it's on the right vertical grid. And I would say that that is centered, if you ask me. Yeah. I probably don't have enough. Well, I probably have enough concrete. Always forget about the dimensional storage. So I've made this at this height for I don't know what reason. We should maybe figure out what the right height is for the main platform, like the roads. Maybe the trains. That would probably be a good place to start. Yeah, I think I'll make it the same level as the trains, because I think that that's the same level. Oh no, wait a minute. That's not the same level as the tracks, as the roads. There's the roads. I'll want to know where both of those are, so let's just figure that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 foundations. So it's 16 meters in between. And then if I just go down from the tracks, then we should be able to figure that out. There's track height. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lurking and lurking, or lurking. One of those supposed to stay lurking, but maybe I won't. The work lurk. I mean, I won't tell if you won't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I don't know how far we can go out here. I'm assuming that that is the edge of the build space. We're just going to find the edge of the build space.
You are in imminent violation of your fix-it contract.
There's
Please
the
refrain from leaving the designated zone or you will immediately be terminated.
There's the end of the build space. Found it. Yikes.
Fix-it property will not function outside of fix-it property. Return fix-it property to fix-it property immediately.
Those are new. I didn't know about those different So that's obviously the space right there.
Leaving the designated zone has been reviewed by other pioneers. Quote, "It really sucked and then I died. Don't recommend." Unquote.
How many times can we push the button? This is obviously not a straight line. It's like at an angle compared to where we're building on, so I'm going to have to figure out where this actually is.
Leaving the designated zone has been reviewed by other pioneers. Quote, "It really sucked and then I died. Don't recommend." Unquote.
So it's obviously traveling at an angle here. So this seems to be okay over this way. So chances are it's going to cross over into this platform at some point.
Leaving the designated zone has been reviewed by other pioneers. Quote, "It really sucked and then I died. Don't recommend." Unquote. Your subscription to the function of any and all Fixit property expires the moment it leaves its designated zone.
Basically what I'm trying to do is I want to see if I have enough room to build something out here. Okay, looks like I can get fairly far this way.
Fixit property will not function outside of Fixit property. Return Fixit property to Fixit property immediately.
Might want to go one more foundation in.
Fixit property is not allowed to leave Fixit designated work areas. Function outside this area is not supported.
So it looks like maybe here would be the best bet. See how much space that is between. Ada's sitting there like, this guy just doesn't listen. Yeah. Testing the boundaries, right? Zero, how's it going? I might pick your brain later, Zero. I think I've narrowed down a video card choice. I just need to know whether my machine can handle it. There's a couple of things I wanted to do this fall, and I think I'm going to be hamstrung by the fact that my computer just can't do it in a way that will be fun for me. The minimum was a 7x7. I'm probably going to do at least a 9x9. That's 30. That's a pretty good ratio. That means we'll have 2/3 space between it and the other stuff. I think that's probably okay. Can I rotate things? I could just put a sign down, I guess. Fair enough. Let's do 11 by 11 just to make sure. Did I make that too wide? I made that too wide. That's 11 that way. That way. We are going to want to make this look beefy. Oh, that's it. No power out here. Sploosh. Uh-oh. No. Really?
Your suit's life support is
Well,
not
that's
compatible
a
with this
piss
environment.
off.
Turn back.
I thought I was just going to swim back. They do not communicate that clearly at all. And I have keep inventory turned down because of dumb stuff like that. I'm not sure if that's too far away. Maybe I should make it spanning this thing. I am now very much second guessing this. That's gonna be a real pain if we fall off by accident more than once. Are you now one of those pioneers who does not recommend because you died and it sucked? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, I'll leave that like that for now. Now that I know that that's such a problem, I may not want to do that. Sneak a power line on the platform. Oh, 100%. Like, we could totally do that. I just... Now that it's out there and built, and I was looking at it from back here, I'm kind of wondering whether we should build the space elevator a little bit closer. At this height, like, I still think, like, maybe I could put something over top of the pipes, and so the build will look more functional. Like, if we built it spanning this area with the feet going down into the water, then it might look cooler. I don't know. Yeah, that feels really far away. Yeah, maybe we'll build it closer. All right. Well, I'll change plans And we will look at figuring out, we know we don't have supercomputer capability because our bottleneck, I think, is quartz. But if memory serves, we were building some of these rods over here. AI limiters, electric control rods. So we are making versatile framework. We are making magnetic field generators. Okay, where are they going? Obviously not doing very well. So you're outputting there. I have AI limiters. Okay. Main bus 16, magnetic field generators, 4 minutes, 4 per minute, 2 per minute, 6 per minute. Main bus 16. I do have that down there. This should be a little bit clearer. Lord Andy resubscribing at tier 1. 13 months, lucky number 13. Thanks so much, Lord Andy. I really appreciate it. Taking advantage of the September discount. Very kind of you. Cheers. So we're making 4 magnetic field generators. So what was it from the new parts? Wasn't that? Was it the AI thingamabobber? Yeah. So we've actually already got part of the AI expansion thing going. So that needs supercomputers, crystal oscillators. I think the thing we have to do is focus on getting like some plastic and rubber. I think I opted for crystal computers. Because computers... We're making AI limiters. We're not making high-speed connectors yet. Yeah, we're doing this because there's a lot less plastic involved. I don't even think we're using plastic for the circuit boards. I think we're doing silicon circuit boards with copper and silica. And then we're doing crystal oscillators. And those, I don't think crystal oscillators have an alt. They do, but we're not using it. There's another alt that we're not using. The nice thing about having some experience in the game is that you can look at the alt and kind of decide whether it's worth it. Yeah. Rubber and AI limiters versus this. This is much easier to do. So that's what we're doing. So it uses more quartz. We could also start bringing in computers from the other factory, which is something else we could try to do too. We're not making a lot, but we are making like 2 per minute or something. How many computers am I making here? This needs more of a... There needs to be more production walkways. These are computers. So we're making 3, 6, 9, 12, and not any here. How many circuit boards are we making? We need 4.5 times 4. So 18. Oh, we're making more than 18. We're making 40. Main bus 32. Main bus 15. There's 4 per minute. Why is there only 4 per minute? What am I using computers in? Probably the heatsink ones. Radio control units. Yeah. So we've only got 4 computers to spare, but that's enough for 1 supercomputer. AL emitters. I don't think we have any high-speed connectors happening anywhere. And I'm really sure I don't have any plastic actually coming into this. Yeah, I changed the category before I started. It should be the right one. Was it showing for everybody else correct? You're just here so much, Lord Andy, that your computer was just locked on my last stream, which would have been Thursday with Pixel Riffs. I'll take it as a compliment. Yeah, I changed it right before the stream. I'm not sure whether the spelling of the tags matter. Like sometimes tags have got caps in them and sometimes they don't. I'm not sure whether that makes it different. So we've only got 4 computers happening here. I don't remember how many computers we're making at Sunstreaker. I don't think I have Sunstreaker in my spreadsheet either. Does not look like it. Oh, there's a wheeljack thing. Well, that's just the wheeljack facility. I'm not sure why there's 2. Oh, there's the Sunstreaker. Okay. we are making 5 computers per minute. Doesn't seem like it's worth it to train 5 computers a minute up from Sunstreaker. It's probably better to bring in the plastic because we're going to need it for other things too. The thing is, I could probably figure out how to brute force the last couple of things and not like make factory floors for them, but that seems like not cheating, but just not quite as fun, right? Yeah, mistake in the layout here was to not have some sort of path like we have here. I should have tried to cut these in half. If I remember correctly, we are not using all of our ports. A lot of it's just being sent off. So where are we making crystal oscillators? Is that here? No. Here. Quartz crystal. So it's these 4 or 5? So we're only making 5 per minute. Probably a reinforced plate issue. There they go. So they're being brought over here. 5 per minute needs 6. Okay. So these are being used in the production of radio control units as well as computers. Yep. Oh yeah, these are not being produced at the right clock at all. These are getting all the ones that they need. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are the crystal oscillators for here coming from then? Because it just said that I'm only making 5. Unless I'm making more over here. I'm making 10. So 10 per minute there. And this needs 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 6 per minute coming in. That's 3. That's 6. And that's like 7.5. And this one is just not getting the amount for whatever reason, because these are all pushing out the right amounts. So if this is putting 10 out, that's using 4. How come we're not getting 6 over here? That doesn't make any sense. I thought I had this all really mapped out quite well, but maybe not. Twitch could be being twitchy. Yeah, you're right. So this should be 10. Because it should be continuously flowing. All the crystal oscillator machines were at 100% that I remember. We've obviously got enough reinforced iron plates. $15 per minute. $12 per minute. 10. Does it just keep dropping because there's nothing coming through? These are not as helpful as I think they're supposed to be. Yeah, like that doesn't really help. Unless the belt is full, not helpful. Let me see if I've got this somewhere. I think I have this somewhere. Yeah, 10 per minute. 5 needs 4. I thought I had a smart splitter there, but maybe I don't. It should be favoring computers, if anything. Crystal oscillators come through here, and then there's a smart splitter here. Ah, this should be overflow. So we want to prioritize computers because computers are part of radio control units. So we want the computers to be favored there. I had it split evenly. So that should now favor computers and have that work out. These are at 100% anyway. Very rare in my playthrough do I get to see 100% on something. So hopefully this will help with this. I'd like to see one more pop in there before that's done. Where am I for time? Yeah, we're just going to wait for the nighttime, Sandy. It's happening in just a second. A couple minutes, probably. When I was in taking screenshots and messing around last night, just to kind of get my head around things, which you'd think I would have had more of a head wrapped around it this morning. Mostly what I did was sort out the concrete and the heavy modular frames. But when I logged out last night, it was kind of close to nighttime. So there was nighttime in the first like 10 minutes of the stream. It looks like we're getting another one before this is finished. I mean, we're still not making enough computers. I don't think there's enough to spare. Because we'd have to increase crystal oscillator production. Yep. So it looks like we're consistently getting another crystal oscillator. So that's good. That means we're going to have more computers coming out. So I can update this sheet. That's the wrong button. There is a smart splitter here. This is going to be 6 per minute. And also a smart splitter here. And we just have to figure out if this computers are getting the right amount. They're certainly getting enough circuit boards. Now this, unfortunately, I don't think will get anything if I turn it on. There's the circuit boards coming out. And no. Where? Okay. There's the feed for the computers. There's the smart splitter for overflows on the left. Okay, that's what we want. So now we know that these are getting all the things that they need, and it is 18 per minute. Sorry, I keep on hitting the wrong button. This is 18 per minute. And that little measuring thing underneath said 20 at some point. That's because the belt has got 60 on it, or is capable of 60. I wish you could throttle belts. That would be nice. I guess that's the whole balancing thing. So this is going to be silica circuit boards. Yep. 10, 20, 30, 40. We are making 50. So this would be 32. I don't know where this is going. So the awesome sync array is essentially the garbage. But this is going to the main bus. But I think we're using circuit boards for something else. Looks like 15. And I'm wondering if I'm pulling from that down the line. A symptom of potentially being online too much, but every time you say nighttime, I think that daytime, nighttime meme video with the bird. Oh, 100%. Yeah, that happens in my head too, Cosmic. Yep. 100%. That's an AI limiter. These are using quick wire. So we do have some Caterium on the go. Where are we getting the Caterium from? There's the ingots. I didn't realize that we were running that mine. This needs a better solution, I think. Are these using circuit boards? AI limiters. Modular frames. Nope. Okay, so the circuit boards are just going off into the ether. And we need the circuit boards for supercomputers? No. We needed circuit boards for something else? We needed circuit boards for more computers. So we've got the capacity to expand the computers. If I can expand the crystal oscillators, not that we have a lot of room to do so. I guess we could extend this out this way. So I could expand the crystal oscillators if I wanted to increase computer capacity. We have the room to increase computer capacity here. Okay. Now it's nighttime, and now I'm going to jump on the break train. If you're new to the stream, I usually take a break about once an hour. I'm a little bit past that right now, but in Satisfactory, it's usually good to pair that up with the nighttime because it's very hard to see what you're doing when you're still building the factory and you don't have lights everywhere. So we're going to jump on the train. You get to see a bit of the world. I'll be back in about 6 or 7 minutes. Satisfactory is one of those games where you can play for an hour and a half and have done really nothing. Like, I haven't built anything. I haven't figured anything out. So I think we need to make some decisions in and around this back end of the base. It's feeling very, I don't know. Not constipated, but like there's an indecision, I think, about it right now that I don't like. Part of it is because we've got this storage room upstairs that we can't really move just yet. I did figure out that we've got this space here that we can use to move things up and down, so that's good. High-speed connector. That's a Caterium thing. So this Caterium is obviously coming in from below. Limestone, concrete, Caterium, 17, 600 per minute. Well, I know I can increase that, no problem. How many are we using? 45 times 124. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure this is a temporary setup. Because we can take that to 1200 no problem, because that's a pure node and it's got, we can put a Mark III miner on it. That will increase the yield potentially. Do we have Caterium going into the awesome sink array? We must. Yeah, right there. Okay. So what I'm seeing is that I need to be making supercomputers in order to really progress to the next thing. It might actually be worth it to put some sort of map of what we have to do, rather than always having to backtrack. I did have a wall up here about how I want to store things. I sort of had them in different categories. But it meant like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 bins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I hadn't quite got to 15. Then there's reanimated SAM, SAM fluctuators. Plus there's all this stuff too. I guess up here I couldn't decide if I wanted to make it into like a cross, where like you can go down different hallways. I think that could be probably a good way to do it. And I feel like there's probably enough room underneath. It's always difficult to try and plan this stuff out because like in order to get up there, we also have to move everything up there. I find it's hard bouncing back and forth between Minecraft and Satisfactory as well, because Minecraft, there's such a labor in building things and moving them, whereas here, if you build something and you don't like it and you have to move it, it really doesn't take that long. As long as you've not filled the boxes with inventory, like it's super simple to move things. I wish that storage in Satisfactory was nicer looking. I do find that it's hard to make these things look nice. We sort of did it in in Wheeljack. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is every item in the game or whether I've missed something. I don't need to automate that stuff. That's just going to be like other stuff. This did feel like a cool space to put like a lookout, though. You can sort of see where I had the walls. They don't quite go evenly either. You almost want to start with like a block. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a block of 4 foundations. There's a little bit of room on either side, but at least it's even. I guess I could fit 6. if I wanted to place them like that. That's another thing I find difficult with the Minecraft brain, is working in even numbers sometimes in Satisfactory. But then if I wanted to decorate this with walls, or even beams. You can sort of get it to look like not a bin. I mean, we'd have to work on making it look even, but like that could be doable. Dalara, hello. Juggling even and odd could be such a pain. Yeah, I agree. Plus, like, this doesn't feel like a lot of room to walk through. And I don't necessarily want to have, like, walls here. Because what I'm thinking is if we take this space, because we've just got a ton of room, right? We could open this up. And if we had another bin, like, back here, I just don't know. Like, that's not a lot of room to then cycle it around. Because we'd have to have this kind of a thing. Right, so I feel like this might be too close. That's why I think 5 is better than 6. So if this was 5, that means that the last little splitter thing would be here. Maybe from that way. And that's enough room, I think, right, to curve this and have it go around. Without getting into the walkway. But still not enough if we had this right here. Yeah, like this wouldn't be able to start until probably over here. Maybe not quite that far. Maybe one block over. It would be a lot simpler if I decided to just do it as one long room. I just like the idea of basically turning this into like Devastator's head, or inspired by his head in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't have to be. Either way, I definitely want to have some spaces along here. And I was trying to figure out like where I could bring this stuff up, and I thought I could bring it up here, but then underneath we've got these walkways that are just like already going to prevent us from taking... We can't use any of this space vertically, which is a pain. I mean, it's fine. We're probably going to need it for trains anyway, because I could potentially have trains coming on this side as well, which would be really useful. So the idea would be I could potentially use some spots. Well, no, even then I can't use it in there either. This isn't far enough along, I don't think, for me to want to pull stuff up from. We're still loading at this point. So, yeah. It really does feel like we have to have something off to the side here. If the train station's going to be there, which makes sense. And we'll have to have this come up through here. A long way. It works though, because then things could start to go around from behind, right? Dalara subscribing at tier 1, 11 months. So close to that full year. That's amazing, Dalara. Thanks ever so much. Caught the sub anniversary. Got a lurk, but have a great stream. Thanks very much. Appreciate that, Dalara. Taking advantage of that September discount too. Cheers. So this is in between these two other factories. So next door, we've got all of this happening, right? And then over here, we've got the garbage array, keeping everything flowing. So the only space to really do this is just this spot right here. I mean, we can expand it down if we need to. I just figured 4 would be enough. It might not be. We'll see. It's too bad because it looks really cool, but it could be fun to showcase that somehow. So I'd want it to look nice. But I think maybe groups of 5 might be the way to go. I'm just wondering if I've got them too far apart, but I think too close together it becomes claustrophobic. I could nudge it a little bit closer together. Thinking about these, if these are going down the middle. No, I think, yeah. You'd want it to be pretty clear what's going on. Probably why I chose that is because it covers up the bottom part. I just realized I took my glasses off somewhere on my break and I didn't put them back on. Hold on. I was like, why am I frowning? Oh, 1 second. Simule, it is a lot easier to read your message with my glasses on. I looked over at chat. It's like, oh, there's someone saying hi in chat for the first time. I should read their message. Can't read it. Why can't I read it? Because I don't have my glasses on. I see your Lego in the background, Joel. Will you get any of the new Xmas sets? I don't know why I continue to say Xmas as Xmas instead of Christmas, because I always spell it out. No, I'm not going to be doing any of the Christmas sets. I have the Soundwave set, which I meant to mention at the top of the stream when I was bringing everybody up to speed on what's happening this week. The Soundwave set has been replaced. It arrived yesterday. The new box it still has a small dent in the bottom, but it's nothing nearly as destroyed as the last one. So because I am a bit of a collector, and you can't see it on stream, but I've got the boxes from my Lego sets up on a high shelf in my studio, and it looks cool, but it also acts as like sound dampening. So the Lego Let's Chat will return this Friday, and that's going to be the continuation of the Soundwave Transformer set. So Bumblebee is behind me there, and that's the Piranha Plant. And then Soundwave, I can't reach it, but it's over there. So the first 2 bags are available on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. You can go and check those out. I will not rebuild the next 2 bags on stream. Like I'll rebuild bags 1 and 2 on my own, and we'll kind of pick up where we left off. I'll just do it some other time. Maybe I'll do like a quick Q&A or something, or a members only stream or something on Discord, just to kind of have something to do while I redo that stuff. That might be kind of fun, actually. So we'll try that. Maybe I'll do that later this week. I feel like this is a pretty good spot. I don't know whether I should just start manually bringing stuff up here or what. We have to move a bunch of things. What I should do is I should make a wall up here, I guess, that shows us what we've got happening. Maybe I should do it. Well, maybe I should do it down below. Maybe we'll do it to hide this. You know what? Let's try it right here. So I think I can show the current space elevator. I thought it was in here. Game phase and milestone. Okay. We need from top to bottom. Why are they upside down? Like, why do they come into the inventory upside down? I hope they've got some updates coming for Satisfactory. There's definitely some quality of life stuff that I really wish they would sort out. Something rocket? Propulsion? And do that. Bio something. There it is. This was an AI something. And this last one was... I thought it was rockets, but maybe not. Ballistic, thank you. Ballistic warp drive. So we need copper powder, I think, for the nuclear pesto. Copper powder and pressure conversion cube. I'm pretty sure both of these we can make. So copper powder in a constructor. Right, dead simple. And then pressure conversion cube. An assembler. So again, we are making both of those things. We can, that's a production floor that we can absolutely do. And I'm also going to grab another sign. 1 meter, 2 meter. I need a 2 meter. Yeah. Oh, that could be bigger. Weird. $256 for some reason. And 200. So we want to be making those as a decent clip. And then the bio. This is the one I think needs supercomputers. Yeah, sort of. Yep. So assembly director system is the other thing. I keep on having to look this stuff up on different screens, so I thought it would be good to do this. It was trigons, wasn't it? And we're making those, we're just making those temporarily. And then this is water. In a blender. Water per minute. That's not overly difficult. But then this needs something as well. Right, supercomputers and adaptive control units. That's the thing that I needed the circuit boards and computers for. Yeah, that's why I think we're really low on circuit boards and computers we can beef up. I think we should be able to do this no problem without too much disruption. And trigons are just ingots. And ingots are just conversion stuff. That's the director system. What were they called? Starts with an A. Adaptive. And this was a supercomputer. Right. So this is one where we need to build out those systems. And that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Expansions. Magnetic field generator. We're making those already. Right. Magnetic field and neural quantum processor. I thought that there was going to be a focus on nuclear, and there really isn't. You can go do the game without doing a nuclear power plant if you don't want to. Because I don't think I'm going to need it. More crystal oscillators. Superposition. And excited photonic matter. I think I was calling it excited plutonic matter before. So that's easy to do. That's going to be the hard one there. Thermal propulsion. Oh, wow. Yeah, we need to get these things back down onto the main bus again, too. Thermal propulsion rocket and singularity cell. We're making these already. Superposition oscillators and dark matter crystals. So what is all of these? I think that's going to be the tricky one. Neural quantum processor. And that is a singularity cell. So that is the one. Again, we're making those supercomputers we already know we need to make. That's not too bad. It's the supercomputers and these guys that are the bottleneck right now. So I guess we tackle supercomputers first. So how many do we need? Assembly director system needs one supercomputer per. So we need biochemical sculptor. So we need at least one. That didn't need anything special. Did this... That doesn't need supercomputers. No. That doesn't need supercomputers. The neural processor did? Yep. So at least one there. Well, that's not bad. It's kind of 1-to-1. There's not a lot of real push there. So neural quantum processor. So at least 2 supercomputers. Singularity cell. Doesn't need supercomputers. That doesn't need supercomputers because we're making that now. So we only need 2 supercomputers per minute. Minimum. 8, 4, 6, and 56. So we could try that for 4 maybe. $16, 8. So the computer number is the only one. I'm wondering if we can get ourselves to an extra 16 computers. I don't know that we have that many to spare. So we can do either 2 supercomputers per minute or 4. And if I bring up my sheet and I look at this one, I actually have not written down how many computers I'm actually making. I think it's in the realm of 10. Just out of curiosity, when you're watching people play Satisfactory, is this the kind of stuff that you want to see? Like, because I can sometimes do this behind the scenes and just come into the stream ready to build, but sometimes I like, you know, figuring this out live. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, with the potential for expansion. So we are currently making 12. And that's going to the radio control units. And it needs 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are using 8 of our 12. And I think that's where I said there was 4 computers going off into storage, if I remember correctly. There was a number down here somewhere. 4 per minute going on to the main bus 50. Yeah, okay. So this is actually... we're going to move this down. It's great to see how you get stuff done. Thanks. Well, that's good. I appreciate the feedback. This is currently 8. The smart splitter here. So hard to remember all the different hotkeys when you're in different programs. Hold shift for this return, hold control for that return. Dan resubbing tier 1, 54 months. Holy crap. Thanks so much, Dan. Been around a while. I really appreciate the support. Taking advantage of the old September. Let's say 15. Okay, so that's what's happening there. These are just trucking along. I don't actually know the numbers on that. Probably only what it needs. This is going to be 4. So at the moment, we have 4 computers to spare. And we needed whatever it was needed. I think there's more than 2 computers for every 1 supercomputer. Yeah. So if I wanted to do 4 supercomputers, I would need 16. So we definitely need to expand computer production in order to make supercomputers what they need. And then adaptive control units. Do they need computers too? They do. So we can't just increase computers a little bit. We need to increase computers a lot. So that's 2 to 1. Supercomputers is 4 to 1. So many different names. Yeah, 2 to 1, 4 to 1. And then the neural... That didn't need computers, but it needed supercomputers. That's a 1 to 1. And this was also 1 to 1 for assembly director systems. Yeah. Oh, but there's 2 of those. Blast Jordan, how's it going? So yeah, we are gonna need if I make 2 supercomputers, I need 4 of those guys, which means I need 8 computers, 12 computers extra. Yeah, we basically need to just crank up the computers to the best of our ability. And I think we can do it in the space allotted.
While the human eye struggles in low visibility, continuing to work in complete darkness does not impress anyone.
It is indeed getting dark, so we should probably grab a train. Wasn't totally dark. It's all right. I need to take the break anyway. I need to take the break. I'm actually wondering whether this should be a good time to wrap this up. I was going to do another stream today, but I don't know if I'm going to do more Satisfactory. It might be fun to try to pick something else. It might be a good idea actually to wrap things up. Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. Let me just see if I can find somebody that's doing something cool to pass you guys along to. See what's up. I've got False playing Stardew Valley. Megabyte is in Minecraft doing some cozy builds. Also, Fluxo is playing Satisfactory. So, Satisfactory, or do you want to go to Minecraft? Let me know. And my schedule this week might be a little bit off kilter. I need to update the Minecraft server and make a plan there. I also, as you saw, I do have some planning and stuff to do in Satisfactory to sort this out. And I'd like to try to play a different game this week. I might try to get No Man's Sky sorted out, or maybe try something new. We'll see. I am going to get back into Minecraft. I kind of want to take a little bit of a break after finishing Westo. So we'll see what's up. You can, of course, follow me on social media. Very easy to find. You can check out things like the Citadel Cafe podcast and the Spawn Chunks podcast. They are both free. Spawn Chunks is brand new yesterday. We talked about all kinds of fun stuff with listener email. You can follow me on Patreon. That's where you can get an early access to the Westhill tour on the Minecraft server. 5-year-old medieval town. Took me forever to build it. I'm really quite proud of it. And I took my co-host on Spawn Chunks Pixels around on Thursday last week. And so those VODs are available to patrons for now. They will be made public a little bit later, but as a thank you to people that support me, I decided to pop it up a little bit early. You can, of course, follow those shows for free. You can join the Patreon if you want to join the Discord. I am definitely toying around with the idea of making a free Discord tier where you will only have access to my announcements channel so that you don't miss streams. That's something I'm looking into. I'm also looking at building up the channel with some streamer bot stuff. And as I mentioned, more games. So if you have games that you would like me to play, if there's something that you think I would like, then definitely drop me a line on Discord. The town hall is a great place for that, but also like video games general is a good chat for that kind of stuff too. I would very much appreciate it because as much as I know I want to play the things I want to play, it's also nice to know what you as a viewer are interested in watching. Something I'm sad I'm not able to play right now is Borderlands 4, but my computer just won't handle it. So unfortunately, I'm not able to check that out. So anyway, I will be back tomorrow. That's the plan, 10 o'clock Atlantic in the morning. And I will see y'all then. Bye for now.